North York is one of the Toronto top destinations for new immigrants and students, thanks to its convenient connection to the main subway lines. It's an area where you can hop onto the subway and be in downtown Toronto for work in just 20 minutes. This has led to a boom in condo developments, particularly in Willowdale East around Yonge and Sheppard. I'll show you condos from different areas and break down the trends and price point to help you find something that fits your budget. If that sounds interesting, stay tuned and we'll dive in right after this. If this is your first time in the Living in the Greater Toronto Area channel and you want to know everything about living in the Greater Toronto Area, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be first to know about the current market here in Toronto, Ontario. My name is Antonio and my business partner is Van. We get calls every day from people just like you, so whether you are moving in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to reach out as all of our contact information is in the description box below. We will be happy to help you make a smooth move to the Greater Toronto Area. So now let's take a look at the location at Willowdale East, which is mainly in the intersection of Sheppard and Yonge. And here's Willowdale East. And why this is such a great location. Underneath Yonge Street is mainly the Line 1 subway station where you can take the subway straight down to downtown within 20 minutes. And Sheppard is Line 4 that stretches from this area here, and that's the reason why most of the condos are built along the Sheppard and Yonge Street. And Willowdale is the area just south of Finch on the north, and we have Yonge Street on the west and Bayview on the east, and basically above 401. And this is the community of Willowdale East. So now let's take a look at the condo market in North York, Toronto C14 in the area of Willowdale East. And on the left side we have the 2023 average prices, sales and days on the market as a comparison year from 2024. On the right side we have the 2024 average prices, the sales and days on the market. We only have the data up until September 20 as of recording of this video. We started the year in 2023 at 735,000 in January, and also marked the lowest sales count at 22 and days on the market 30, which is quite normal for the winter season and also the seasonality in the beginning of the year. We did see improvement of sales from 47 in February to March, and entering the spring market at 61 and reached actually the highest sales count at 78 last year in 2023 in April at 776,000, and days on the market was relatively healthy at 17. Now the highlight of the year of 2023 was the rate hike in June and July last year, and we reached the highest interest rate at 5 on July. That's why we're starting to see the sales declining since June and July based on the interest rate. Although we have the highest average price in July of 2023 at 816,000, but as you can tell, the average prices started to decline as well. Moving forward to September, which is the second highest season, didn't perform as well, and we have the sale declining to 37 and days on the market starting to trend up again. And finally, we ended the year with the average price of 690,000 in December, and sales count at the second lowest of the year at 29, and we have the longest days on the market at 43. And again, this is normal for the winter season and during the holiday season. Starting in January of 2024, we reached the lowest average price of 674,000 compared to last year. We have the sale count at 36, which is a little better than last year same month at 22, but we still have a long days on the market at 38. And surprisingly, we have the highest average price in 2024 at 818,000 in February, and the sales count at 38 and days on the market close to a month's time, but the average price still trending down. However, in the spring we still have a declining on average prices, 745,000 in March and 780,000 in April. One thing to note notice also is that the sales count for each month comparing to last year same month, it is relatively lower in 2024, which is not a great sign. Now, the highlight of 2024, of course, is the rate cut in June, July, and September for quarter basis point for each month. We came down to the interest rate currently at 4.25 overnight rate. It was supposed to improve the sales activities, but we didn't see that. Instead, we still have average prices declining since then. And remember, June and July and also September we have rate cut, but the prices didn't improve at all. And sales continue to be lower than comparing to last year. Currently in September, as of recording this video, the sales count is only at 13. We only have 2 weeks left, and I don't think sales will match last year's figures for the same month. And the days on the market stay relatively the same. Now let me quickly show you the current month of inventory at Willowdale East. As you can tell, we are currently in Toronto C14 Willowdale East for all the condos sold unit. Because we are in the middle of September, we don't have a full month data, so we're using the complete month of August 1st to August 31st, and we recorded 33 sales. And we are going to figure out the current active listings looking at the availables, and currently the active listing at Willowdale East is 228 active listings condo on the market. The month of inventory is calculated based on the active listing divided by the sold units. And if we divide 228 by 33, we are currently sitting at 6.9 month of inventory, which is almost close to 7, and this is basically a very strong buyer's market. Now, for those who are not familiar with month of inventory, in general, anything above 6 months of inventory is considered a buyer's market. And now we are currently sitting at 7, so we are definitely in the buyer's market. Imagine it takes 7 months or more than half a year to sell all the current active listings, assuming no new listings are added to the market. Buyers have an abundance of options to choose from. So now let's take a look at some of the current listings that were sold so far in September, and as of recording of this video on September 20th. And these are all the listings that were sold currently, and let's take a look at the 1 bedroom right now. And the most recent sales right now is at 8 Hillcrest Avenue, unit 2203, and most of the 1 bedroom unit are between 500 to 599 square feet, and we only have one that sold between 600 to 699 square feet and took 70 days to sell. Overall, some units appears to have sold for single-digit numbers, but I doubt that's the full story. So we can take a look at 8 Hillcrest Avenue here. They claim that it only took 8 days, but we're gonna explore the property history to verify if that is the truth. As you can tell right now, here is a long property history, and in fact we can see this unit was selling since last year in 2023, and it was terminated twice last year, and the highest price we've seen in November, the seller was expected about $610,000, but of course it was terminated and it was listed again at the beginning of the year of 2024 for $538. As you expect, it was terminated once again and reduced the price to $530, and eventually in 8 days since September of 2024, it was then sold for $520,000. So from the expectation from last year of $610,000, it came down all the way to $520,000, and this definitely didn't take just 8 days to sell, but instead it was from last year. So this can demonstrate how the difficulty of sellers selling their condo unit in Willowdale East. As of September, a 1 bedroom unit between 500 to 599 square feet is selling at about $520,000. For newer building, prices can go up to $560,000, as seen in the unit 228 at 399 Spring Garden, which sold on September 10. Meanwhile, unit 1801 at 15 Holmes Avenue, which is between 600 to 699 square feet, sold over $600,000. With the high number of active listings in Willowdale East, buyers have plenty of opportunities to negotiate in today's market. Now let's take a look at the condo unit at Willowdale for all the 2 bedrooms. And currently there are only 8 that were sold in between September so far, and there are currently 8 sold transactions that happened in September. And on the bottom we have the lowest square footage between 700 to 799 square feet. 28 Empress Avenue, Unit 1202, being the older building that was built in year 2000, roughly about 24 years. It was sold for the lowest price point for a 2-bedroom unit at $600,000. And 399 Spring Garden Unit 621 sold for more at $730,000 due to a relative newer building at about 10 years old and also had an additional bathroom. And considering 256 Doris Avenue Unit 1803, which was also sold for the lowest price at $600,000, this is due to the building that was much older at about 26 years, but also a larger unit between 800 to 899 square feet. Finally, looking at larger unit between 900 to 999 square feet, 3 units were sold within the range of $775,000 to $985,500. The building at 5 Northtown Way and 31 Bales Avenue are between 18 and 26 years old, while 5 Sheppard Avenue East is a newer building less than 9 years old, which explains why it's sold for higher price. Lastly, unit between 1,000 to 1,199 square feet were sold over $900,000, one with price at $905,000 and another at $958,000. This 2-bedroom unit, each with a den and 2 bathrooms, represent the most recent prices served as a benchmark for 2-bedroom condos in Willowdale East. And now finally, we only have 1 3-bedroom unit that were sold in September at Willowdale East, which is 20 Fashion Rose Way Unit 514, and it was only sold for $684,000. And this unit is massive, between 1,000 to 1,199 square feet. And the reason why this building sold for so less is basically because this unit, it is a very old building, approximately more than 45 years old. However, this is a low-rise building. As you can tell, this unit has been totally renovated from top to bottom and it looked quite nice. And this unit just simply looked huge and massive. So for $684, that is pretty good entry-level price for a family that needs space. However, for a unit like this, you would expect a high maintenance fees because it is a very old building. But also you have to account that this kind of building usually cover the hydro and the water as well as part of the maintenance costs. If a family that really value more for the space and don't matter much for the appreciation, this could simply be a very good option. I hope you enjoyed the North York condo market analysis, which will hopefully help you understand the pricing of condos in Willowdale East and the current struggles and challenges for the sellers. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me via the contact information in the description. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.